The Republican nominee for Congressional District 23, Brandon Herrera, gained popularity from his YouTube channel for his dark humor and testing guns.
I've done a lot of jobs throughout my life, but a lot of it was involving comedy.
Some of his jokes are at the expense of marginalized communities, which is why his Democratic opponent, Katie Padilla-Stout, says Herrera has no business in Congress.
Tell me, Mr. Herrera, are you hiding?
In this video, Herrera is making light of Nazis targeting Jewish people to show off a gun.
I was never planning to be a politician. Probably would have played things a little different if that were my intent.
Herrera calls the circulation of his controversial videos by a Democratic super PAC character assassination. He's got endorsements from Republican House leadership who are concerned about keeping their majority in Congress, but anti-Jewish sentiment is splitting the Republican Party.
The evangelical right is always supportive of Israel as God's chosen people. The promised land has to be held by the Jewish people for the second coming to occur.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick chairs the U.S. Religious Liberty Commission and condemns anti-Semitism, which is why he opposes a different Republican on the runoff ballot.
Can you just love Israel because you love the people and you love the country?
In 2025, he called for Tarrant County GOP Chair Beau French to resign after French's controversial tweet asking if Jews or Muslims are a bigger threat to America.
The context of the poll in question was clear. It was when Mondami was elected in New York to run for mayor. And I was talking about the threat of Islam to America. And I have talked about that probably more than any other politician in Texas.
French didn't resign and continues to have political success as he's in a primary runoff for railroad commissioner against incumbent Jim Wright. French is adamant he's not anti-Semitic, but is, quote, anti-Muslim, which he says is a priority for his base. Patrick did not respond to a request about French's candidacy for a higher office. Muslim civil rights groups call French's rhetoric and the acceptance of anti-Muslim stances religious persecution.
The goal is to silence the American Muslim community. The goal is to drain us from our resources, the hard-earned resources, the institutions that we built over decades.
Still, French and Herrera's success is attributed to more socially conservative voters who vote in primary and runoff elections.
You've got a group of people who are Republican ideologues who might look at Beau French and say, some of the stuff he does is embarrassing, but he's a fighter for the values that I hold.
Some marginalized community members say it will take systemic and systematic change for contentious candidates to fail. For Capital Tonight, I'm Erin Davis.